All right. This is K-Shine. How you doing? Oh, can you hear me? Uh-oh. Can you hear me, Mr. K-Shine?
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I got a really super cool guest. You know, we're talking about divine royalty in the building. It's about the culture and the craft. Y'all just remember them two words right there. You'll get a better understanding of wisdom of a dynamic young man who has been doing his thing in the music business. Man, this man, history and his story is just so awe and inspiring. This guy has developed people from Kanye West, worked on the R. Kelly Untitled album. I mean, just hits after hits in life. So you all make sure you tune in, you tap in, you listen, so you can get some of these good gems, these good vibes. Mr. K-Shine, before we get started, I had to bring on an independent artist for you. She has some really good vibes, and I just want to entertain you too, because I know you've been talking all day. So you can kick back for a moment, get your chamomile tea, your green tea, or whatever you drink, and get your sip on. Her name of Deja Moore. Deja Moore, are you with us? Deja Moore.
I know she was on screen. I seen her.
I apologize for that, K-Shine.
No problem. I'm patient. I'm right here. Here. Writing sessions in the building.
Hey, man, I appreciate that, man. A great griot, great man standing upon his square. I want to tell y'all out there, I don't care how old you are, you need to definitely check this young man out. This is an all.
Thank you for that. Young man, I like that. I try to keep it looking young. I ain't gonna try to keep it looking young, man. But
hey, good brown don't let you down. Good black don't crack. You feel me?
That black don't crack. That's for sure. That's real talk.
That's right.
That's definitely the key to the whole thing is keep yourself, in God, keep yourself healthy, keep yourself thinking positive. We all have, trials and tribulations, but our goal is to just, to be great. And the only way you can be great is to be peaceful. And I just don't allow nobody to, take my peace away, which is the main thing I had to remember. I chose money over peace. Peace over money. I chose that over money because, I feel like as long as I have peace, then I can think in a straight line. Sometimes you be chasing the money and it be leading you into areas and spaces and things you don't need to be thinking about. And, it was funny. I was watching the movie and the guy said that pain is the reason why a lot of people have problems, because everything they trying to get to, they have to absorb the pain that come with it, and they don't want to.
That's powerful right there. Because they also say, psychological wise, Ms. Sean, that when people go through things, they stay at that trauma state. If it happened to them at 12, they're still at 12. Every time something happens, it prevents them from not only physically growing, but like mentally and spiritually growing from that event.
Well, as long as I think if people would keep in mind that, everything you do is for better or worse venture. It's for better or worse. So you have to be willing to accept the worst as much as you accept the better. So there's a psychology in marrying yourself to those things that you say you want and those things that's important to you. And so you can't cheat on a marriage. You can't lack on the marriage. You can't be lazy in the marriage. And you can't, so whatever that, like when you see me wear Writing Sisters America, I marry myself to the brand. I marry myself. I'm not waiting on Sony or someone to give me credence over what it is I believe in. I create the reason for you to believe in it, and I create the reason for many others to believe in it. And so now that I have my own thing And it allows me to, everybody like, oh, what you working on? I say, writing Success in America. And they don't understand what that means because, they're waiting on me to do the blow up move. Then they're going to run in here and be like, yeah, but, that ain't what it's about. Like when you were giving the disclaimer on who I am, I never take credit for any Black man's greatness, but what I do say is that, it was a blessing to be a part of a young Kanye's career, to watch him grow, to see him become what he has become. It was great to be in a position to work on a Grammy project with one of the most prolific songwriters in the history of our time. It was great to be in a position to watch a young Jacob Lattimore, who I helped sign, grow to the level he's grown. It was great to see a two and a co-sign from the interns. Two became a senior VP at Def Jam, co-signers, very recognizable name. Been out here doing this thing. It was great to see a girl named Angelique Moore, who I helped groom, and her daughter, and help her put her daughter in a position to pursue her acting career. And she landed a role as Carolyn, the younger sister in the movie Respect. It's just great to be able to be in these positions where you get to see what you did help, create opportunities for others. And I'm, even working on TV show The Four, it was great to see Evie win, because I was a part of that, so my whole thing is, man, I just keep moving, man. This is all about something you love to do. You already accepted the for better or worse of it. And so you just proceed to do what you do. And that the blessing of, being compensated and all of that comes with understanding your value. And at some point, you just have to be able to understand that in business, you don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate. And I always tell people don't need you when you need them. They only need you when you don't need them.
That's some good knowledge right there. Thank you for sharing that too, because a lot of us have lost that way. That understanding is gone, and you are definitely a light in the voice out there that will help cultivate or start or spark that idea of what you just said. Is that, like they say, a great album is not made, but it's marketed in a certain way.
Right. Right. Because you got to find the people, the source of the people who connect with it, and that they, want to be a part of it. Like when people tell me they write genre, I'm like, you don't write genre. Genre is when we marketing the artists, we're finding their sales base, and we're trying to establish who's going to be the people that's not only going to patronize their music, but patronize them. And so genres are based on that. It's based on understanding, the market, the marketing research, the sales, things that make people connect to that person.
I like that. Traditionally back in the day, say like we'll pick an age, 80s, 90s, when there was tapes, the CDs, the albums, things of that nature. How would a person go about marketing versus today? Because I know they got Spotify and iTunes. If you could just give a little history on that for the understanding of the audience.
Well, one of the biggest words that come with both of those things you just spoke about is a word called price point. So when you consider that back then, you were paying $1.50 for a single, that's a price point. When you were paying $3 to $5 for a maxi single, it's a price point. When you were paying close to $8, sometimes 10, depending on how good the EP was, $8 for an EP. An album, you spent between 10 and let's say $15, $16 for an album back then. And so, some albums, depending on how good they would raise the value of it based on, how your, singles done. Singles are like trailers to the movie. So when you hear a single, it's like the trailer to the movie. The goal of the single is to be able to bring you to the whole story. So to the whole body of work. And so this is kind of like a commercial that you're giving of the body of work. The problem we're having right now is that we don't have record stores. We now have streaming systems, which are subscription based. And so artists, are getting paid half a penny as opposed to those dollars that they were once getting. Now they're getting half a penny, so now they put more work in to get numbers and to chase followers because, they have to validate that people are connected to them. That the sad part is that it feels more like it's not about the music. It feels more like a popularity contest now. It feels like we are not basing it on somebody going and working on their craft, but we're basing it on their ability to win people over in all these different gimmicky ways to gain their, acceptance. And then hopefully your music is content now. So we're not in the music business, the traditional music business anymore. We're in the content business now. So now we have to think about how we put our content out there. What does our content represent? What is it connected to our brand? How are we marketing our brand? But I always tell people, people put money where they want you to be. So if they want you to be acting a fool and jumping up and down and doing dumb stuff, that's where they're gonna put the money. The point is, is that what you want to be? And when you don't go along with, there's three things I tell people to be careful of: becoming a cliche, becoming a clone, or commercialization. Because I see a lot of cliches, I see a lot of clones, and I see a lot of people chasing commercialization, which means that commercialization is supposed to be a growth point where you grow into that, and now you are hitting the masses based on what you bring to the table. But there's also a form of commercialization where you can become a clone to what's already out there, or you can become a cliche to what's already being said, and you're just another person saying it, trying to hurry up and get a buck. And once you turn yourself into a dollar, that means you lose all the integrity of being a brand.
Wow.
Oh, with that being said, Ms. Kayshawn, this is Deja Moore. Please introduce yourself.
How you doing? How you doing, Deja? Pleasure to meet you.
Hey, I'm sorry, I was having trouble with the phone. I couldn't get
we
the
were
volume.
we were working with you. We was working with you. See, we just kept the show moving, and we just waiting on you to come on back in and do your thing. We ready. We ready when you ready.
Yes. Well, my name is Deja Moore. I'm an independent artist.
Stop saying that. Stop saying that. Say you're an independent business. Say your name of your company. You're a businesswoman. You're not just an independent woman. I always tell people stop saying that because independent artists make you sound like you're a homeless child.
They do.
Like you searching for a home or somebody to pick you up. But guess what you got to do until somebody comes? You got to be the company. You got to be the business. You got to be the brand manager and everything that comes with that. So yeah, sister, you queen, you're a business. You're not just an artist, you're a business.
Okay, I appreciate that. Well, I am an independent business. And I'm here just to let you know a little bit of my background.
Right.
Original New York native. I'm down here into Augusta, Georgia. So in the performing arts school, I've been in this music business for a while. And I do my own thing. I like to keep it to the culture, keep it culture. And I'm just branding my craft. I'm building and gaining more experience as I go along. I tell stories. And actually, I have something special for you, if you up for it.
I'm up for everything. I've heard it all and I've done it all. So I'm just blessed to be here today and blessed to be in your presence. Hear what you got to do.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. I'm gonna tell my story to you. Okay.
Okay.
So as I mentioned, turn it down just. So growing up without a father, this might be it. Some women grow up fatherless, some men grow up fatherless. But this is my story, my daddy issues. Do I blame my daddy for these problems? I got them, been loving all the wrong niggas, that's my problem. I got them, I used to be a good girl. I'm turning to a bad bitch. Instagram, a bad bitch. She's not average, I'm savage. Was looking for love, what happened to that girl? She found it in the world, didn't hard to work. Lost myself in all this pain and hurt. They say God knows your heart, but Lord, give me a new heart. Cause this one, the turn cold, it's an icebox. It don't give a fuck. I'm mad and angry. There's so much pain. I gotta stand up. I'm surrounded by people full of envy. It's hard to conjure up the queen that's still within me. Living in this cold, cold world. Living in this cold, cold world. Living in this cold, cold world. And I know, and God knows, I just got daddy issues. Now see, when you have the daddy issues, it trickles down into your relationships. So I fell in love with this man. And although I do not own the rights to this music, I own the rights to my feelings. So can I just tell you my side of the story? Because y'all fellas told y'all side when you made the song Cry. But I gotta let you know the female side. Let's go, ladies. Listen. I never meant to break your heart. Never seen a grown man cry. I guess I got caught up, another brother caught my eye. Didn't know it'd be tough. You're the one I really want. Decisions I don't make enough, and I don't want to give you up. Him, he's just a fling to me. Didn't mean a thing, but now he brings a ring like proposing ain't a thing. Remember, you was in the street and I was in the time of needing. You can't take me back, or at least accept my apologies. For him, I felt respected. Time you had neglected to see a situation that happened unexpected. Was done as unaccepted. You shouldn't have up and left it. The heart you broke in half, the other half, you should have kept it. But I've been dealing with this for way too long. I held up, I held out, but now I can't hold on. I'm living life, my life is living, so life goes on. I'm moving on and I'm gone. Goodbye. I couldn't see him coming down my eyes. I turned around and made that nigga cry. I couldn't see him coming down my eyes, so I had to make this nigga cry. I couldn't see him coming down my eyes. Turn around and make that nigga cry. See him, wait, now I see him. And then I had to wake up like, yo, D, get it together. Cause see, one thing about me is you gotta pick yourself up. It's all about self-love. Sometimes you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and toot your own horn like this. I need a little less of you, a little more of me. I'm loving myself. See, I've been looking in the mirror, feeling thoughtless, felt in love with myself. But alright, I took my own horn. But alright, I took my own horn. But alright, I took my own horn. Alright, I took my own. Let me tell you a little story. See, listen. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot and they all on me. Went to bed with cheese in the bank and I woke up acting like macaroni. The real is fake and y'all real fake. Call them out, still acting phony. Married to myself, I'm so blessed. Holy matrimony. Ride around in my big truck and my music up in my crew. Licking on ice cream and my rent cheese and my cowgirl hat and my boots. Shut shit down and got the reboot. Forget your views, this ain't YouTube. Don't need nobody but me, myself, and I ain't got no time to be you. I need a little less of you, a little more of me. I'm loving myself. And y'all can do it. Y'all can toot y'all horn. I know you hear it. If you hear the hook, you can say it with me. If you can toot-a-loo-doo with me. Here we go. But alright, I toot my own horn. Toot-a-doo-doo. Oh, y'all ain't do it. I toot my own horn. Toot-a-doo-doo-doo. But alright, I toot my own horn. Toot-a-doo-doo. Alright. Listen, they got me messed up. Never been a bird, but I stay fly. Telling myself I'm a whole vibe. Still a cover girl with no cover girl. Had to took my own horn 2 times. I'm the main course, never been a side chick. Put me in the draft, I'ma be the first pick. Ain't gotta prove to the world I'm lit. If you want smoke, light a cigarette. I got fancy bags and name brands, rock natural hair on my weed. Don't need your confirmation, validation. I do me. What you get is what you see. Every word I say is true. Don't need nobody but me, myself, and I ain't got no time to be you. I need a little less of you, a little more of me. I'm loving myself. Always gotta love yourself. See, I've been looking in the mirror, feeling up myself, in love with myself. And this is my journey, y'all. So, all right, I toot my own horn. All right, I toot my own horn. Well, all right, I toot my own horn. Toot-doo-doo-doo-doo. I toot my own horn. Listen, little less of you, a little more of me. I'm love myself. See, I've been looking in the mirror. I fell in love with myself. And that's my story. And I'm sticking to it. So everybody got a story, but that's just a little bit of a clash up of some of the music that I love. I love soul. I love culture. I love my craft. I love gritty. I love to take it back and have that happy balance where it's inspiring, because we have all this other music that's teaching you what to do with your body, and you have all that that's already out there. So I heard you talking earlier about them branding and marketing and pretty much making you a puppet. That's why I do this music, because I do what comes from the soul. We need more of uplifting. There's so many people that have gone through so many things and they don't speak up. And the only thing they have is music. So they might not play it on the radio every day, but if somebody can take that song and play it, I got friends and people that I know and some strangers too, and they'll pick the song up and they're like, I play your song every day. Girl, I feel you, you know, and that's what makes me happy. And that's what it's supposed to do. So that's just my story.
Pleasure to meet you, Dwayne. It's a pleasure.
It's such a
I don't know, is our host here? Because I don't want to say nothing else to our host. I don't know if I'm supposed to be jumping in or.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Give a breakdown if you can. You know, I'm here with you. I'm just listening.
No. Well, you know, I mean, I feel like what I like to definitely like the first song, because I felt it came from us, you know, a definitely sincere space. I felt it came from a great space. I like the story in it. I like how you connected to daddy's situations. That really was appealing to me. You know, the other thing, you know, just, you know, knowing that you have the ability to, you know, to rap and that you can rap, that's definitely cool. I like the way you mixed it back into your song. I'm more of a person that, you know, for me, I'm always going to be the person to say, do great doing you or do best or do worse doing you. It doesn't matter, because you're going to be great as long as you stay believing in your music and your style and your things. You have to, it's a process, because it's something that people, you know, when you're coming into the music industry, the word new means that you have to think, what are you bringing that's new? And you have to think about how you're bringing it. You might be bringing something that has the ability to be new, but maybe the music needs to be upgraded a little bit better, you know, just to really make the music bring that awareness. Maybe the lyrics need to be touched up just a little bit in certain areas, or whatever the case may be, to bring the message more full circle and all like that. I think that the definite truth I got truth from what you were saying. So it wasn't like I was sitting here going, do I believe that? Yeah, I can believe that. You did a good job with that, making me believe that that's your heart, that's your words, that's your soul, you know, as speaking. And I can see how some people will gravitate definitely to it. I just feel like in definitely in this process, just always keep in mind, and I tell you this, and not to be negative, but to be positive. The artist is the first person you see and always the last person to get paid. And there's a reason for that. And it's not, no, it's real, sister, it's real.
Wow.
Because in order for you to become great, it's going to take a whole lot of people stepping in and becoming a part of this journey, and you're going to have to pay them all in order for them to come in. So every artist that you see that comes into this industry, they have the responsibility of carrying the weight of all those people who are responsible for making them great. And so that means you're going to go through your trials and tribulations of people not seeing the vision. You're going to go through your trials and tribulations of people trying to change it and shape the vision the way they think the vision should go. You're going to go through your trials and tribulations of trying to just get people who, because it's not a who you know business, it's a who cares business.
Yeah.
Who cares? It ain't a who you know. The knows, I know a lot of people, but sometimes you present something they don't care about. So it don't matter how much you know or who you know. It's just about, do they care? And then everybody's waiting on someone to validate it so that they can validate it. So then, so like when you look online and you see so many people throwing their music out here, the good of it is that no one can tell them they can't do it. The bad thing is it's just like going out to the lake and throwing a pebble in the water. It's like who's going to be the one that's going to create that ripple effect versus who's the person just going to sink straight to the bottom. Yeah. And it's always the risk factor, but the thing that gets you through it is the love. The love is what you got to hold on to over everything else. Why I started this out by saying for better or worse. Like that really means something. Like you're marrying yourself to this. So that means the minute that you start letting other things distract you or other things get in the way or other things bring you down, and you don't, there's never a loss. There's always a lesson. So you're going to get two things. You're going to get a lesson or you're going to get a blessing. But to get to the blessing and appreciate the blessing, you got to absorb them lessons. You got to go through that process of, making the mistakes and admitting the mistakes and learn to be transparent about what you don't know and learning to get the help so that you can understand. Because, at some point, somebody's going to see, they're going to see what you see. And then, because the problem with a lot of the artists nowadays is they're chasing money. They so busy trying to get to the bag, they don't realize they supposed to be trying to become the bag. Like nobody want to put their money next to something that ain't money. It ain't making no money. You ain't seen no money. You don't know where the money coming from. And you want somebody to come put money next to that? That's not a good look. Because guess what happens? When they put their money next to no money, that means that guess who owns what and who don't own now? See, that's called ownership. You lose all the ownership. And then after you lose the ownership, if you don't make it turn it into a win, then now your next thing is that you're going to be not in ownership, you're going to be in a dictatorship. And they're going to start dictating because they got to get their money back. So then that's when it turns into the body and the whole look and all of this, because they got to chase that money. Right. They ain't got time to be waiting on your idea to work. So they change it. And then they push you into that realm. Do I feel what you're doing can work? Yes, I do. But it's going to take patience from you. It's going to take you listening and really getting the proper guidance. I'm willing to take a meeting with you personally and, sit down and listen to what you got. And, I'm going to just throw that out there. And, I'm on camera. So I'm committed myself, but, I run an organization. You see it on me. It's called Writing Sessions America. It's a national organization for singer-songwriters and producers. And I always tell people, we don't work on the artists. We work on the things the artists need. because I feel like I'm trying to teach my people, not just about, I'm not saying I don't have artists, writers, people who rap or sing or that want to be artists, but what I'm trying to teach them is how to build a foundation underneath what they're doing so that when they go do it, they can learn the value system of it, because every meeting you're going to take ain't going to be the meeting where they're going to be thinking you as an artist, because that puts you in the liability category. So now you got to think, how do I put myself in the asset category? So you might want to write songs for some other people just so that you can be able to learn what the behind the scenes, because no one wants to be always, it's just a metaphor I use. I call it, nobody wants to be the background singer. But guess what? The background singer got to see all the things that the lead vocalist went through. She got to see who the crooks were. She got to see hear all the conversations, because she's not the most important person. So she gets to see everything. So when her time comes, she said, I ain't dealing with you. I know you. I see you. I seen what you did. I see that. Oh yeah, you the liar. You the one that don't do this. See, no one wants to play that role because no one wants to be in a position to see it. But when you jump out front, you don't get to see what's going on behind you.
You want to go?
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be the lead all the time. And when you're the lead, that's why people join groups. They don't join groups because they want to be in a group. They join groups because they're trying to learn. They do background singing because they're trying to learn. They write for other people because they're trying to learn. Kanye was a producer for other great people because he was trying to learn. Luther Vandross did background for other people because he was trying to learn. And I only say that because you're an artist. I'm not trying to force nobody to take the background approach. I'm just saying, when we don't have budget, when we don't have money, when we don't know what we're walking into, we don't never position ourselves to learn what this thing is about. We just go for the gusto and say, okay, I'm gonna get somebody to invest in me. I'm gonna get them, give me free studio time. I'm gonna get in there and I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna do whatever they tell me to do. But all the things that you just heard me say, if you go to someone's studio and they give you free studio time, guess who owns the master? They do. Guess what happens when y'all don't get along no more? You can't get your music.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? 3 things is very important, Queen. Price point, copyright, master. Price point, copyright, master. Price point means when you go to the store and that soup costs $1.59, that's a price point. When you go online and you do your stuff in streaming, guess how much that is? A half a penny. So you got to understand them 3 things and how they work, because all what you just did, that's called dressing up the price point, dressing up the copyright, dressing up the master. You dressed it up, you make it look good, you make us like it, you pull us in, we say we want it. Now, guess what the next trick is? How to be in the room without being in the room. You get that? Do you get that riddle?
Yep. How to be in the room.
To be in the room without being in the room. That means your stuff got to be in the room, on the radio, in somebody's car, and someone DJ playing it in the club. It's got to be somewhere you're not. It can't be you always performing it, because it's not going to go nowhere. You got to perform it everywhere. That's why I be telling artists, why y'all get on stage and do y'all whole show? If I got on stage and somebody clapped out the first song, I would leave. You know why? Because I gave y'all a taste of this good thing. Y'all gotta do something to get more of this. I'm not gonna keep jumping up here doing all my songs for free. I'm supposed to give you a taste. I'm supposed to give you a sample. If you did that first song with Daddy and they clap, go sit down. Enjoy the clap. It's like, it almost make you feel like when you go to a comedy show and the first comedian come up, he had that one joke that be funny, and the rest of the mugs, you be sitting there looking at him like, next.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, what if the 5-minute comedian thought he was the 30-minute comedian? You get what I just did?
Yeah.
The 5-minute comedian, he got 5 minutes of jokes, but he wanted to get up there and do a 30-minute show. That's what I feel like when I'm watching.
Yeah.
People. I feel like you got a good song, but you don't know enough about what is working, what's not working, and how to play the game so that we can build up to the 30. So we gotta, it's all a process that we gotta just be more patient. We gotta understand that, when we got something good, how do we make that work for us? Like, how do we package it? Something simple as me telling you, like, what's the name of your company, Queen?
DM by DJ.
Huh?
DJ Moore.
Okay, that's your company or your name?
That's my name and my company.
Okay, so one of the things we got to do is change that. Can't have your company be your name, because if you mess up, that's gonna mess your name up. So we got to change your name and get you a name for your company. So then it can say Queen presents. Queen present Deja Moore. Get what I'm saying? It makes it sound like she's a part of something. So we got to get you a name of a company. Then we got to put the present on there with that. Because when you're marketing starts with the company to the artist to the music. So the first thing you do when you hear Rick Ross, he say what? Maybach Music, right? Yeah. So he's always putting that out there before he says Rick Ross, before he gives you the music. Before him, it was Bad Boy, it is. Bad Boy, Bad Boy. You know what I mean? They was pushing that down your throat. It's always company, then artist, then music. You know what I'm saying? So then that way you create a vision for what you are building here. Ain't no such thing as the Supremes and Michael Jackson without Motown. Ain't no such thing. So don't wait on them to tell you Motown, go build one. Barry Gordy had to do it. You got to do it. You got to be a company. You got to learn what that means. So, see, that changes your mindset, because now when you a company, that lets you know, oh, I own this. So, yeah, I'm going to have to pay for this if I want that. There's 3 forms of currency, Queen. There's brand, barter, dollar. Brand means leverage, barter means service, dollar means transaction. Those are the 3 forms of currency in this industry. So when you're a brand, that means that you can leverage what you have, and people will be like, oh, I work for you because your brand's strong. What makes your brand strong? Success. Proving that what you say works. When Jay-Z tells you something's going to work, it works. And that makes his brand strong. It ain't the logo and the flyers and all. That's not branding. Branding is when you prove what you say can work and people see it work, then they believe. And when they believe in your word and believe that you can do it, they believe in your brand. Feel me? That's the currency. Now, relationships is the other part, or other currency. That's the biggest one. I don't want to go do social media and chase around and get all them numbers. Guess what I got? I got a database of people that I know care. I got a care database, a whole bunch of people who care about me, who will go to bat for me because I built a brand with them, or I bartered with them, service to service. I did something for them, they did something for me. We found a way to help each other. Or I had $1 and I made sure they made $1, I helped them get $1, or I gave them the $1. So it's always these kind of things that take what you do and it shapes it, it molds it, it makes it real to people. And then that's when people start saying, oh, okay, she got something cooking over there. She got, so now they want to figure out how to volunteer, how to help, how to be involved, how to associate themselves to you, how to do this, because they see that you are taking this and shaping it into something real. When you want to meet?
Yes, tomorrow.
Well, you gotta come to Atlanta, Georgia. I ain't in Augusta.
I'm there. You give me the green light and I'm on go.
Well, you know, I already gave you the green light. We'll, you know, you can get my information from our great host, and he'll make it work because I always do things in protocol. He
Right.
put us both in the room, so I'm going right back to him, and he puts it together, and then we make it work.
Absolutely. And GeHolla, I just want to say thank you so much, you know, for setting up a platform. You know, you always set up a platform for the artists to show, you know, for us to show our craft and what we do. So I'm very appreciative to you. So thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, and thank you for showing up. And please, I'm gonna keep this up. So listen to all the jewels and the
Oh,
wisdom.
she ain't got to go nowhere. She hang out with us, you know.
Yeah, if I
you,
can, I mean.
yeah, you can hang out. I mean, I'm just, but you know, this is who I am. Just like you sing, just like you do your thing. This is really who I am. You know, I worked. I've been in this business 25 plus years. I've had an opportunity to work with major labels and, you know, have great mentors in my life and work with a lot of amazing people. We were just me and GeHolla was on a Clubhouse, and he was working with my queen, my sister, and they were, you know, doing Anthony Hamilton. I used to manage an artist named Centel. He was a young artist like you knew coming into the game. We were signed to Mike Tyson's label, and Mike Tyson had a deal through Def Jam. And so we got an opportunity to go work with Anthony Hamilton, a guy named James Poyser, who works with the Roots and you know, a whole bunch of people. And so he, you know, out in Philly, and it was just one of them situations where, you know, you meet all these amazing people and you see them now and you see them doing all these amazing things. And then you take yourself back to that time period and you ask yourself, out of all of the pain that I gained, what did I learn? You know, because all of that was pain. You know, it was hard. You know, I was making mistakes. I was messing up. With a lot of times I didn't know what to do. I made mistakes. I you know, been close to getting myself blackballed and a whole bunch of stuff because I didn't know no better and I didn't have guidance. And I learned later on, I never had mentorship. And I was lucky enough to get a guy named Ernie Singleton, who at the time was president of MCA Records, who left there to take me on as a mentee. And he literally became a father figure here to me and really started navigating me through the industry and started showing me the mistakes I was making, the people I was, you know, and how to read the room. Sometimes reading the room means just shut the hell up. Don't say nothing and just be a fly on the wall and just take everything in. Sometimes, reading the room is about also understanding that the players are the game and the business is the money. The players are the game and the business is the money. But you got to understand who the players are to navigate. Like everybody that got a resume, you don't need to know. Everybody that's got, that's out here doing stuff, you don't need to know them. You got to just watch how they move. See, because you got to see how people move. That's why a lot of people make mistakes because they don't know the players. And they think everybody that's big is big. They don't, like, I'm gonna say a name for you, sister, and you're gonna laugh when I say this name because he's big. But you don't know him. Slim from Cash Money. Do you know him? Do you see him? Is he anywhere? When Cash Money is doing their thing? Have you seen him? You don't know what he's doing. When people talking crazy, Slim is the person behind the scenes. He ain't trying to be in the spotlight. He ain't the one talking to nobody or nothing. You see Baby. Baby's the star. See, you got to have somebody who don't want to be the star to work with the star. You can't have two stars trying to coexist because there's conflict of interest. A lot of executives, they want to be the star. Why do you think Dame ain't with Jay? He's a star. Dame is a star and Jay is a star. They can't coexist. You can't put two star, you can't have an executive or a dude behind you that's financing your career and he want to be the star. You can't have people around you working in your camp that want to be the star.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna flip, watch me flip you on this one. You ain't even see this one coming. I've been using the word star, right? But some of these people ain't stars. Some of these people is that word in reverse. Yep.
Rats.
Yep. Chasing cheese. Chasing cheese.
Mm.
And you bring them people around you and they be like, yeah, you know, because I always tell people, you got the divide and conquer, you got the befriend and betray, and then you got the people who they about the money, they buy out, they waiting on to see what you like. What you like to get high, you like to drink, you like to do this. They, you know, yeah, so I'm gonna feed you that, right? Because I want to catch you off your square. Or I'm gonna befriend you and act like we friends till you put me in certain positions, in certain rooms and certain things. Or I'm gonna see who you really like being with and I'm gonna turn y'all against each other. See, while you thinking this is about just making great records and making good music, see, when you get in that position, people, your win is someone else's loss. Hear what I just said. Your win is someone else's loss. So guess what that lost person gonna do? They coming for you.
Yep.
Or their people are coming for you. And if you don't know who they people are, how do you know who coming for you? You can't just say, I want to be a star, because either you're going to end up a rat or you're going to end up a star. In order for you to end up a star, somebody in a position is going to want a part of what you have to offer. And their price might be too high for you. So you got to know, that's why the business part is so important. It ain't 90% business. I'll be hearing people say that. I'm like, you crap, that ain't no such thing. It's music business. It ain't business music. It's music business. 50% music, 50% business. They got to balance each other out. The music got to be quality, not quantity. Right? You shouldn't be thinking about albums and EPs and all of that right away when you, just giving you an analogy between me and you, Queen, right? I'm going to share this analogy with you. I always share with the queens. I just want to share with you. All right. We go on a date, right? First date, we just talked. We had a great time. We ate good dinner, good conversation. I'm a gentleman. I opened the door, pulled out. I showed you, man, he like, you look like, dang, this dude right here, man, he cool, man. He perfect, right? Next day, I want to move in your house. I don't want to pay no rent. I want you to have kids. I want you to cook for me. I want you to do everything I tell you to do. And I don't want you with nobody but me. What's your feeling now?
Not gonna happen.
Why?
What? Because it was only the first date. It was the introduction. I just met you. I don't know you. I don't.
Okay, so then go tell that to every artist that think they can just jump in our industry and throw an album out. We just gonna love on them and give them everything, and they gonna just blow up and all like that without any track, without any work. Now you telling me, Kevin, what's wrong with working to show me you really want this relationship with me, that you really want this marriage with me, that you really want this thing with me, right?
Right.
Well, what's wrong with these artists doing the same thing?
There's nothing wrong with it. That's how it's supposed to happen.
But see, that's not the mentality. Everybody's ready to jump on the boat that looks the prettiest, that looks the flashiest, without any questions. And that's why right now we're in a time period where everybody's an artist, everybody's got a label, everybody's a star, everybody's got something to offer you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know you know that based on the analogy I just gave you. Every dude is trying to figure out what you up to, what you thinking, how to get at you, everything like that every day. But it ain't about that. So you got to put the two in the same category. Put your music right where you put your how you value yourself as a woman.
All these jewels. I've been writing stuff down. I'm trying to tell you, I'm so ready. Yes.
You know, so you got to look at it from that perspective. And you know, and someone like GeHolla, he's a person who just cares. You know, period. And you know, and so I learned that in a short time. I learned he cares. And you know, when I see someone that cares, you know, I extend myself to them. You know, I don't wear my type. I don't wear who I am. I don't live in the music business. I work in the music business. You know, I know how to balance myself out. I know, you know, the hardest thing, I'll be honest with y'all, when you work in this business, it's hard to have a regular relationship because you don't, you know, sometimes people don't allow you to just be you. You always got to be that person in the industry. You always got to be on point with this and that and the other. You got to tippy toe with this. I got to watch who, you know, I watch some of my friends that's got money and I feel really bad for them because who do they really trust? I had one of my friends who got money. He's a Jew. He said 85% of the people around you when you got money don't care about you.
Wow.
He said that's why you have to understand how to run your business because as you grow, you can't control the greed. You can't control the envy. You can't control all of the distractions and all like that comes with it because that's part of your business. That's why you get paid the big bucks. So you can navigate all that. You're never famous until something goes wrong. It ain't about famous ain't when it's going up. Famous is when it's going down. When they see you going through the problems and the issue, that's the better story. Come on, G, you in media. The better story ain't when somebody going up. The better story is when they going down. Oh, why she sleep with him? Why she do this? I heard she this, that, this. I heard she ain't. And then you navigating all this while you trying to make music, while you trying to keep your brand up. You got to navigate all your family reaching at you. They think you got more money than what you got. They don't know that somebody financing this stuff for you and that you ain't even doing all the songs you want to do. The song they love the most is the one you don't like.
That's right. You telling the truth. You know, even the appearance of taking pictures with people gives certain people the allure that you are like or bigger than what you are. But you never know. You could have caught them at a gas station, coming out of a restaurant, and going into a hotel. But now it's like, oh, you the man because you got this picture with Tyler Perry. You know, so you're right.
It's all perception, and even the relationships are all perception. But you know what? You wake up in the morning, you say, I love what I do. And that gets you through.
Every time.
After all that I just told you, you say, I woke up this morning and I love what I do. When I make the choice of Queen to choose my peace over money, it was hard. I mean, I was looking at some bags of money, but they all came with a price because you don't get to decide who, you know, when they say the money is the root of all evil, please believe it. Please believe what I tell you. The more you get, the more distractions come with it. Like Biggie said, more money, more problems. Just keep in mind that, you know, you want to, you know, grow your career, keep loving what you do, keep loving yourself, keep your energy high. It's going to be tough times. It's all part of it. You're new. Right now you're in the jungle. You're learning to survive. And then, you know, one of these days you're going to come out of the jungle. You're going to be in green grass. You're going to see big mountains and You're gonna see countrysides. It's gonna be beautiful. And then it's gonna start raining and thunderstorm. And then you got
and volcanoes, tornadoes.
You know what I tell people sometimes? I say, man, I know that thunderstorm coming, so I just got to get a better umbrella.
Okay.
That's right.
Better umbrella.
That, I know you had a chance to also be around R. Kelly. What's your breakdown and understanding on that? Because you talked about like how now these people, the wolves coming out now, you know.
Well, I have to be very, sensitive. I mean, very careful with that because, I've known him since he was Robert Kelly. I've worked with him as R. Kelly. He is very much responsible, along with a gentleman named Wayne Williams, for me getting the opportunities to build my brand and build my name. Am I condoning sisters being violated? No. Am I condoning the craziness? No. I'm sorry. I feel bad for him because he's such an incredible, immaculate talent. I will always know him, on both sides. I don't know that person because I wasn't in none of those rooms. I didn't have anything to do with none of them things that went on. They, I just feel bad for the people who had to go through that. And I feel angry at the people who co-signed it along the way, who are now not acting like they were never a part of it or acting like they are staying from the dirt that he is enduring. I think that's sad because none of that stuff happened by his own hand, just by him. It was people that were participating. It was people that were a part. I'm not going to go into detail and say I know him and I can point fingers and all of that because I don't have anything to do with that part of him. I worked at Jive Records under Wayne Williams, and my job was to help him make great records and bring records to him to extend his greatness. That was my job, but I pray for him that, that God doesn't totally take his legacy away, that people don't take his legacy away, because as mad as people may be and angry, them records is incredible. That catalog is immaculate. My question back to you, GeHolla, and my queen, who was you versus him? Who would be the verses you would put up against him? That would be my question.
They couldn't be living. The only person I could think of is like a Michael Jackson or Prince. Like they couldn't be living because he even wrote for them too. So it's like, whoo, how can you really counsel him? You don't even know where and how and who he helped write, and you have to counsel a whole bunch of music.
I'm just saying, but that's my point to you. That's really the point of where I want to stay at, is that who would you versus against that dude? That dude's catalog is, and I ain't talking about quantity of music. It's a quality of quantity. Quality of quantity. Do you know that when I used to work around him, what was the most incredible thing to watch? He came out on stage. He had a radio play for about 10, 20 songs. Everybody sang every word, every lyric of every song. He got on a piano. He played about 10, 20 records. Everybody sang every lyric of every word of every song. I swear to God to you, I have never witnessed that in many circles I've been in, where the audience can sing every word of every record in every song.
True genius. A true genius. And you know what's so hypocritical about all of that too? There's things in America like the national anthem. There's a third verse where it talks about chasing Black people down and murdering them from escaping their so-called slave catchers. I call them sex traffickers. So people can understand, the reality of it. Escaping your sex traffickers, but yet and still people still sing the national anthem. There are plenty of movies and shows, whether it's Harvey Weinstein or whomever else, have did some major atrocities, including also, Playboy, the creator founder, Hugh Hefner. But yet and still, no one has said cancel the magazines, don't buy their products, don't go to these movies. We need to cancel the national anthem. It's like this selective cancel culture, pick and choose what the hot topic it is of the day. And we also can know and see it was a long time before they went after like Harvey Weinstein, Jeff Epstein, but yet and still you want to destroy the legacies of Michael Jackson, which all that was false now that they know. You want to come after Bill Cosby. He just got out of jail. You see what I'm saying? It seemed like you want to attack one particular culture and destroy all of their movies, their shows, their great bodies of work. Well, what about the whole collective? What about all of the peoples throughout all of these cultures who per se have that thing?
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Come on. The other guy that was a director, the film director, not Woody Harrelson. He wore the glasses back in the day. He married
I know you're talking about
this 16-year-old babysitter. Like, really? You all don't cancel his movies? His movies still playing somewhere. They're still selling somewhere. So why is it this selective, let's go after the black and the brown people and tear them down? So if you want to be fair.
What did I just tell you? Divide and conquer, befriend and betray, and buy out.
I agree.
So that's my comment to that. Divide and conquer, befriend and betray, and buy out. We're living in a time where it's, we have made popularity and commercialization the pinnacle of everything. To be in pop music, you just had to be popular from whatever genre of music you coexisted in, whether that be urban music or whether that be in country or pop or rock. It was never designed to be a genre by itself. It was always supposed to be the collective of all the genres being under one genre. And that's how we would continue to challenge each other to make excellent music. But now it's kind of like pop, and then there's rhythmic. And rhythmic is almost kind of a way of saying, we don't want you to be pop. You can be rhythmic, but you can't be pop. So it's kind of like the way we classify things, the way we're doing things now. I'm not totally a fan of it. I don't teach it to my people in my organization. I help them understand the truths of what they're really dealing with, what we're really dealing with. I'm going to continue not, to be who I am because I'm an owner of my business. And I'm not working for nobody where I got to kiss their butt and jump through hoops and all that. I don't go around just totally, in our industry, a lot of people don't like each other, but there's a code, and that code is respect. Just keep the respect. You don't have to like me. I don't have to like you. Just keep the respect, because we all have families. We're all trying to, make a living so that we can, we can live in a comfortable life and do what we love to do. But we sometimes it just turns into greed after a while. It just becomes about, I got to have 10 million. I got to have 3 billion. I got to have all of this. And, I know this queen right here, if she was making 100, 200,000 a year, I'm not saying she would just be satisfied, but she wouldn't be running around crazy. She'd be happy. She'd be making a living. And it's a lot of artists out here, queen, making 200,000-300,000 a year off their art. They live, they travel, they tour, they have great followings when they show up to rooms. It ain't just about being platinum no more and all of that. The whole ideal of what a record label is don't really exist. Record labels were about distribution and publishing. Publishing is now more so licensing. Distribution is streaming. I don't call that distribution personally. I don't look at it as distribution like I'm getting a distribution deal where I'm making money and all like this off my music. If you sell 1 million streams, you only made $4,000. So You know, so I'm not the bad guy either. I love what I do. I love the industry. I love helping new artists because I always kind of connect artists back to Kevin Shine when he was first coming in. I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm making mistakes, and I just want to be a part of a legacy that helps people understand and grow. I want to help, people, get to that point. But I'm not no idiot. You got to invest in yourself. I'm that dude that we live in the same crib. You got bills too. You got to pay these bills. So I ain't about that free stuff. Don't come over here talking about, oh, you help put me on? No, do you want me to put you on or do you want to get owned?
That's
You know what I'm saying? Because you sound like you want to get owned. Don't sound like you want to get owned, because getting owned means that you want no price in the beginning and no price in the middle and no price in the end. So you're going to have to pay for that. You are a business and you are a for-profit business. So when you're a for-profit business, that means you are looking to make money. When you're looking to make money, that means you have to invest. You have to lose money. You have to understand what a profit margin is. You have to learn what a break-even point is. You have to learn these things because you are running a business. This ain't about somebody financing you and putting you up and taking care of you and all like this. Where is that at? What you want to get taken care of and make money? Come on, man.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Where we at? I thought this was a capitalistic society we live in. I didn't know it was free money. This ain't free cheese. You getting it's the business. It's the music business. You get into business, that's about money. When you get into money, that's not about emotion. Don't bring your emotion in the boardroom. Bring me a product I can sell. That's what the boardroom wants. Like the boardroom person don't go to the studio and say, don't say, Daddy, that ain't gonna be no good money.
Yeah.
That's right.
No. Every time you write a lyric, no, don't say that, because that ain't gonna be no money. It'll mess up all your sessions. You'll be sitting there paranoid all the time. What should I write about then? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? No, you as the creator should have the freedom to go to the studio. Whether you wrote something I like or whether you wrote something I didn't like, that's called art. That's your artistic time zone. So you can create, innovate, do all the things you want to do in there. Now, here comes the part when you finish, we call that cataloging music. You're cataloging, you're building a catalog. The stuff you wrote today ain't gonna be as good as the stuff you wrote tomorrow. When people come to me and ask me, what do I think of their record? You know the first question I ask them? Did you put it out yet? And they say, yeah. I say, well, guess what I think? It's out.
That's right. That's right.
It's
Mr.
out.
Sean, I may before we close down, I got another interview at 7. So I just want to talk to you just a little bit more about your life, and if DJ, if you want to ask any questions, that's fine. Tell me more about writing sessions of America. Writing sessions.
No, take the out. Take the out. Ain't no
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Writing sessions of America. Writing sessions of America. I don't know why I want to keep saying of.
No, because everybody just used to saying of. I always tell people when they say of, I say we ain't of America, we are America.
The original America.
But basically what like I said, when I did my very first writing sessions in America, a lady named LaRonda Sutton, who at the time was running something called Universal Music Publishing, she used to hold these things called writer's blocks. And she would invite all these big name artists and big name producers and songwriters to all come and mix in the room. And that's how people were getting placements with her. And so I got an invitation, me and a writer named Lenny Hooks that I managed at the time, to go. And we were in there and we had a great time. And we went back and we told a friend of ours named No ID what we witnessed. And we said, man, would you mind doing something like this with us where we can bring the top writers in Chicago and everybody together, and they can play their music for each other and try to create some synergy amongst us to, start collaborating and working together and stuff like that. And so we started doing them, and they grew. And then BMI got involved, and a whole lot of companies got involved. And then when I moved to Atlanta, I was doing them with ASCAP. And then I left when I stopped, working with Jive, and I went to another company and I was working with through Universal. I started doing them as live sets and stuff like that because I felt like people would be bored with just sitting there listening to music. So I turned it into like, come perform your original music. And I would just I would create an environment where you could come in and you could perform your original music, and audience would show up. I would get like 200-300 people would show up just to watch people perform their original music. And it was like, because I can't, just being honest, I can't go to a talent show. I can't go to open mics. Me personally, I'm not knocking them. I think they're great because they create a platform for people to test market their stuff. My room ain't about you test marketing your talent. It's about you bringing your music to the table and building an appreciation for original work. But you would have to still go through me, and I would still have to approve the records and the songs before you would get on my stage. I wouldn't let nobody just go up there and perform whatever they want. You couldn't cuss out my women. You couldn't call them bitchs and hoes and this and that. You couldn't go all crazy and and smoke and all like that. We ran an environment. And so then it was, the name writing sessions became so crazy synonymous with success with my life. And I never thought about it. Like I told you, Queen, you said independent artist. I never thought of writing sessions as a company. I didn't know it was a company. I didn't know but then when someone came to me and said, every time you do one of them things, they blow up, they get recognition. Why don't you talk about turning that into a company? So I went through about 3 or 4 years of bumbling and fumbling, trying to figure out what is Writing Sessions America? What will it be? What will it become? And then I learned that my job was to do what I was setting out to do. It's to prepare people for the next step. It's about helping them understand how to package themselves, how to get their catalog in order, how to do their business, how to be part of a community with others like yourself, not just in Atlanta, nationally. We're national. We have a LA branch, we have a New York branch, we have a Nashville branch. We meet up on Zoom. We do everything virtually. We write. We have professionals like a lady named Susan Koch who taught at UCLA, and she's helped and worked in publishing. We had a lady named Michelle Maslin who's got over 5,000 placements and 2 Emmys in television and film. We got people who have producers who come through with major credits, and they work with our producers, engineers. One of my friends, Shamel Hughes, who got 2 Grammys working with her on her project. We got people who come through and they work with my people. We got a lady named Valerie Jefferson who 25 years in the banking industry. And what she's doing is she's teaching our artists how to take their businesses outside of music and build them so that they can finance their music. Mm-hmm. So she's helping them cultivate that and understand how to get loans and how to get, build their businesses and stuff like that. We have a lady named Jasmine Crumley who works as a background singer for Music Soul Child, but she also books background singers nationally, and she's a vocal teacher. And she works with you. So we have all these kind of people who are within our organization. We work with you on your personal catalog, which is your word, your music, to make sure when you get to that point where you're ready to release music, your stuff is quality. It just ain't quantity. We really a family. We really function like a family. Yeah, we fight, we argue like everybody else. We have our head bumps. We get members that join that they want to do it fast and they learn that don't work over here, or they don't like to be virtual. They want to be in the room with you. And we have our ups and downs, but the music, like, I wish I could play. I don't know if can I play anything?
You can, come on.
Do you have I have the ability to play something here?
You can, please.
Okay, let me let y'all get a taste of us. I'm gonna do a little medley of stuff for you guys, so y'all can hear Writing Sessions America. Because I always say, let the music talk. Like I can see and tell y'all, but if I play y'all records, then you'll understand what Writing Sessions America is and how we rotate over here. So I'm gonna play y'all a few records if that's okay.
Yep, that's fine by us. DJ Moore, how you liking the interview so far? DJ?
I'm sorry, I was muted. But yeah, I'm learning so much. I mean, this is this is like a counseling session, a learning session, a development session. I mean, it's everything right now. And this is something that me as in business, you know, and artist and entrepreneur, this is something that that can help with all aspects of life. This is not just the music. This is so much bigger than the music. So as I'm writing down different things that he's saying and just taking everything in, it's just like, wow, I could apply that to so much more than the music. I can apply that to my life, period. You know, because even not being when you're not in the music industry, you got family and friends, just having money and just, you know, learning how to, you know, just live, period. As far as like finances and, you know, the branding and what do you say, brand barter dollar, you know, services, you know, the consumers, and you know, it's so much that he just shared. It's a lot of knowledge. It's a lot. I'm excited.
Here we go, y'all.
I'm like, yes.
I'm in my bag. I get like that.
Y'all hear that?
I'm in my bag.
Yeah.
I get like that. I'm in my bag. I'm in my bag. Like that. I'm in my bag. I get like that. Like that. I'm a HUSTLA hustler. I've been new to vision since a youngster. I went through the winter, now it's autumn. Look at me, I'm awesome. I'm just like a flower, watch me blossom. God took all my sins and then he washed them. Long nights, no sleep, no stress in me. I'm in my bag. Like that. I'm in my bag. I'm in my bag. Like that. I'm in my bag. Like that. I'm in my. Who's next? Who's next? I don't wanna be. Yeah. Who's next? Who's next? I can't breathe. History, life in quarantine. Nowhere to hide. It's worldwide. We can agree to disagree. But it don't matter now. This is life. We can chill face to face and debate what is fact and what has been a lie. We can pull every card and go hard with the truth, yet be brutalized. When it's all said and done, what we have and what we won't bring back alive. All we really need to do is hang on and speak life. In every way, let the
Hey.
Bailalo lento, pereo te lo pide, mami, dale ese hombre tumba necesita papi de hecho para atrás. Ella quiere más, sigue los tracos en la cama.
2 steps forward to go 10 steps back. Feels like you never get back on track. But when the bass is loaded and the odds are stacked, want that home run, then you gotta attack.
Try their best, but they couldn't stop me. I do my thing and I watch them copy. You can try, boy, but you not like me. I be on it nightly. My whole team on high speed. Call me Brody, but you always bring the hate. I keep it real. I know you can't relate. One in my spot, you can't see I'm here to stay. Yeah, now watch me fix your plate. I got what you need and I'm serving all day. I'ma shimmy, do my ditty, grinning on the stage. If you're jealous, stop pretending, cause we see it on your face. And if you're looking for the guy, know he on the way. Underlay, this is gold. Sign up for the gyms, hold my weight. Made a goal, doing numbers and they filing on the plate. Check the scope, check your screen. Boy, you froze, boy, I'm cold. You a troll, I just come and I go. I'm on go.
I think I make it look too easy. No, don't act like you don't see me. And if you don't, then you gon' feel me. I said it higher every season.
I'm on go. Check the scope, we doing numbers. I'm on go. Been ballin' all summer. I'm on go. No, they couldn't take me under, cause we cold and I'm bold. I don't come, I just go. I'm on go. Check the scope, we doing numbers. I'm on go. Been ballin' all summer. I'm on go. No, they couldn't take me under, cause we cold and I'm bold. I don't come, I just go.
The war song right there.
Yes.
Another sunrise. Days run 2 weeks. And sometimes the road ain't so sweet. No. Take me high, low, takes me in. You swear to high, I'll never leave. When I'm down and out, the place is spaceless. Save some space for me. When our words won't settle, I need you to be right next to me. That's where I belong, baby. Oh, right next to me. That's where you belong.
Okay, putting some 95.
Got me ready to write. I'm just listen, ready to
That shit's America. What it do?
man.
This song's for the ones that had their heart broken. No choice but to hide your heart, show no emotion. You question your ex just cause your ex said you fucked up. You're lost and obsessed, trying to impress when you're messed up. Love is so powerful, and it really takes you to another level. Just cause you're in it don't mean that you're in it for good. Gotta make sure that this is more than just a
Crush. Is this the real deal? Tell me. Am I more than just a crush? Just a one-off falling too deep. If this ain't more than a crush, is this the real deal? Tell me. Are you feeling me or am I just a crush? Promise you won't break my heart, no. Promise me, baby.
take precaution, cause my zones are limits. My sanity is the only thing that matters to me, so you might wanna act accordingly, yeah. I don't do no shows, no gimmicks, no.
I mean, yeah, of course I've had my heart broken before, but I just never wanted to give up on love. After distractions is reconstruction. I had to find myself again. So through every dimension, love's an ambition that I could never let just go in the wind. So I try and I try again and again. Sometimes love makes me cry, but my heart gets the wind.
That's all
All of my love, all of my trust, just don't use it all against me. All of my love, all of my trust.
This is my last one. I'm gonna go out on this one.
Yeah. Don't call it a comeback. Women been rocking the beat. Nigga just dropped one, lost one this week. Our queen spit R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Well, you were not T-Y. A rose gon' be concrete. Even if the boys don't see how a black girl rock hip hop is we. From the rib to the heart to the soul we speak. Can I kick it, y'all?
Yes,
Hey, hey, hey. M-I-C to the key I beat. And my peeps up in this piece. You see, to me, my girls be fancy fly misses. All these other local jokers focus on their riches. Rich with good intentions. The music's the mission, the feeling is healing. We chill with no limits. Rock tonight, the vibe is right. Witness how I got all my sisters with me.
Give me that real love. When it hits like feels good.
There it is.
I could definitely hit DJ Boy on that last one.
Listen, they got them arrangements in check, and I mean the lyrics on point. It sound good. The quality is amazing. I know them writing sessions are just it's fun and just freeing. Oh my goodness.
Well, you know, the thing is that I always tell people, you know, and this is something, so Queen, you run a lot of people, they can talk the talk, but can they walk the walk with their ear? Like that, those records represent my ear. They represent the way I hear music, the way I think music. And so when I play something, I want it to represent, you know, what I feel music should be and where music has to be in order for us to win. And so I'm going to continue to make music in that direction. I got pop records, I got country records. I can take you in those lanes. I can, you know, I just showed you, I can take you into, you know, Latin records. I can take you there. You know, that show you the depth of my ear. That show you who I am. And the quality is about what I'm about. I'm about quality, you know. And I just wanted, you know, I feel like that talks more when people say, what is writing success in America? That's what I love to do. I love to play the records for you and let the records talk. Because you see, everybody know the business, but everybody don't know music. And I understand music. And so I stand by that. I represent that. I have some amazing people around me that are writers and creators, and they're learning and they're growing and they're building their catalogs. And we just excited about what we're doing over here, you know? And it's just like I said, you know, just like your presentation, I gotta, you know, I think every time I'm in the meeting, so I ain't coming short. I feel like I'm in a beat battle, song battle, whatever you want to call it. I come to play, I come to win. I ain't taking no losses. But I also am a smart man and I'm a strategist and I like to do things in order.
Yeah.
Thank you, G. G, I appreciate you, bro.
Hey, man, I appreciate you. Before we let you get up out of here, please let the people know that the name of the show is called My Celebrity Life. I'm GeHolla, that's DJ Moore, and we're going to be up out of here. I appreciate you. Give us that quick drop. Only the K-Shine know how to do it.
Yeah. You know how we do it. All right. I'm Kevin Shine. I'm here as part of Celebrity Life. My brother Ge Holla, you know what it is. Y'all can catch me up at Writing Sessions America on Instagram, Kevin Music Dr. Firm on Instagram. You know, we doing it like that, you know, over here, man. Y'all represent the queen. She in the building. Y'all know what it is, you know. So I just want to thank everybody who came out today to kick it with us.
Salute you, Young King. I appreciate you too, man. Double tap on the heart. Deja Moore, give us your social media and everything before we get up out of here.
All right, it is Deja Moore, DEJA space MORE. Deja Moore. That's on all social media, all music platforms, and YouTube too. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And my celebrity life. Yes.
I appreciate you, man. I'll give y'all both y'all flowers while you're still here. Please continue to keep shining, stay upon both of y'all squares. Keep that light going, but be the light that you want to see in the world that you're already doing. Both of y'all just amazing and dope, man. K-Shine, you definitely shining. Deja Moore, you coming right behind with your star lit too as well. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the conclusion. We'll be back more with K-Shine. Y'all gonna see some more Deja Moore and K-Shine. We're gonna go to Atlanta and take some visits, some trips, and sit in on some things. So do not worry. Make sure you hit the replay button. A lot of game and jewels and wisdom and knowledge was given to you today. Once again, like I always say, it's GeHolla and it's Holla Holla. Y'all take care.